Great to have you back, folks. I am Jon Najarian, CJ Reichel, Matt Montemayor are on the team, of course. They are the guys that created the curriculum. They're the folks that monitor the chat room and talk about levels on the charts and all that for crypto. And this is the Daily Crypto Byte. So welcome. Thank you for so many of you coming regularly to attend this and or to check out the stream later on YouTube or wherever you choose to view it. Guys, it's been a pretty good few hours for Bitcoin, obviously. We made a run through 59,000 again, pulled back. I think we're 58.2 right now, 58,215, something like that for Bitcoin.
Yeah, right around there.
Right on. Yep.
And Cardano pulling back pretty severely. So it's a good thing I took some of that profit off. Monty made a great call about that one 2 weeks ago. And gosh, what was it? Coinbase put them on? Is that what the big news was that caused that pop yesterday?
Yeah.
Coinbase listing.
And a number of these coins, of course, well, virtually any coin would move on inclusion into Coinbase and or Grayscale, because Grayscale's talking about a bunch of them, guys. Regular viewers know that Grayscale is probably one of the preeminent vehicles that people that want to trade stocks and ETFs can get into Bitcoin and a whole bunch of altcoins. I always have to be careful. I used to call them SHIT coins, but
we call them ignition assets.
Ignition assets, is that it?
Yes.
I like that. But boy, inclusion on a major exchange, as well as Grayscale talking about them. You know, that moves them almost as much as Elon Musk could, or you know, any of the other luminaries that might talk about them, or Me Too, that Chinese company listed in Hong Kong that has been aggressively buying up Ethereum and Bitcoin. Those lifts are usually short, not necessarily continuous. And that's why I think we're seeing Cardano down. Now it's down 11% today. So you had a chance briefly over 141, I think, and Matt was talking about it in the low 120s. And boy, it's made a nice move.
Yeah. And this week has been an exciting one. We've talked a lot about news-related events. And yesterday, actually, we talked about Morgan Stanley and them kind of opening up the floodgates to the wealthier family office clients. And now this morning, we had even bigger news coming out. So CJ, you want to walk us through what's going on with Morgan Stanley?
Yeah, so this is just a rumor, not official news yet. However, Morgan Stanley is clearly making the big moves into crypto. We saw them doing that in the West. Now they're doing it in the East with the Korean exchange Bithumb. Morgan Stanley is rumored to be eyeing a stake in the top Korean exchange. And so they're reportedly bidding for Bithumb at approximately $2 billion valuation. But I think this is just a testament to the explosiveness of institutional interest in the space right now. I mean, it's truly unprecedented, but they are definitely making their presence felt when it comes to getting into the crypto landscape.
Wow, and that is big news. And those of you who are pretty familiar with the financial crisis know that that's one of the areas Morgan Stanley went to, Korea that is, to try to get financing when everybody was going upside down. A bunch of US firms were going anywhere they could to try to get the financing until the government finally did TARP and all the rest. But if you've ever read Too Big to Fail, it's all over in Too Big to Fail. And those relationships run deep, apparently, at Morgan Stanley. So Bithumb, wow. We got to get Charlie Shrem on the show, guys, to talk about some of these. I'm sure when Charlie looks at, because he was Bitstamp, wasn't he, CJ and Matt?
BitInstant.
BitInstant. Thank you. Can you imagine what BitInstant would be worth if he was able to have kept it alive? Oh, man. But yeah, that's big news today, and a further endorsement of crypto, just like Matt says. And our sponsor of this show is Voyager, and Voyager is a place where you can trade over 50 digital assets. They pay you interest on deposits for those digital assets, some of them as high as 9%. I mean, just crazy high interest rates. And it's also commission-free trading. And you don't have to make everything a market order. It's commission-free trading, and you have the choice. Do you want a market order because you just want in, or do you want a limit order? You can set either one over there at Voyager. They're a sponsor of the show since the show began, and we certainly appreciate them. And I trade on their app all the time. I'd say I trade on their platform, but I don't. I trade on the app. Somebody's going to have to tell me how the platform is one of these days. I know they've been rolling that out, but I just like the app so much. That's what I use all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 clicks, right? But the platform's coming. It's coming.
Cool.
I look at it about once a day, but they've done a very nice job. Shall we get to the doges of the day, gentlemen?
Sure. I've got one that you guys are going to love, by the way.
Okay.
And I love the symbol too. HOT. HOT. It's holo. Now, this one I was looking again because I'm just addicted to volume. I was looking at this one, and the end of January, this is super cheap, folks. It was trading 0.00069. Obviously, those are a lot of zeros after that decimal point before we get to the 6.9. And it was doing about 9 million a day back then. Now I started seeing pops, and I missed the first move where it went all of a sudden and it's trading 30 or $40 million worth. And now just in the last, let me shorten up my chart here, guys. In the last month, there we go. It has moved from March 13th, which was last Friday, right? Last Friday, it was 0.0029. If we wanted to round it up to 0.003, that's cool. 90 million, 10 times the volume of that last days of January. And since then, it had gone parabolic. It went from 0.003 roughly to a high recently, Monday this week, of 0.0088. And right now it is sitting at approximately, let's see, 0.009, I'm sorry, 0.00793. I like this because I like the build in volume. So whenever I see something moving like that, I want to buy some. For those of you who might ask, where does this one trade? Let me see. Do I know where this one trades right now? Shoot. I don't have that. I have the wrong app up to see which one they trade on. But HOT is the symbol. Holo is the name.
Thank you, John. Yeah, you've had some pretty good performing doges this week, so we'll have to watch that one closely. And yeah, I like that you kind of bring a different perspective. CJ and I don't always necessarily look for the volume, but you're
they
kind
don't
of
always agree is what he's being nice. And he's too nice to say it.
You sniff out that volume. Whenever there's an uptick in volume, you find it. So yeah, we'll be watching HOT closely. My doge of the day this week, I just want to quickly kind of bring it full circle since we're here on a Friday. My doge of the day on Monday was STMX, StormX. And I mean, a week in crypto can feel like a year sometimes. And I think this is a great example of that because StormX has gone absolutely parabolic this week. And a lot of people have been asking me, do you still like this as a long-term hold? You had it, you plan on holding it till the end of the market cycle. Is that still your goal, even despite this tremendous price action in the last week? And to those people, I say yes. I took a small amount of profit last night, but I am still holding the majority of my position in StormX to the end of this market cycle. At last week, it was the lowest market cap asset on Voyager. It no longer is, but I think they're making all the right moves. They have great partnerships with some very big businesses that you can earn cash back on, like Walmart, Adidas, and many others. So they have solid utility, a good team, a low market cap, and I think that's the potential to really capture some of the retail speculation. So it was my dojo day on Monday, and it's still my dojo day today. STMX, StormX. CJ, I know you had an interesting one that you hadn't picked this week yet, so let's hear it.
StormX, yeah, I don't. StormX is very, very interesting. Not my dojo of the day, but man, they've been adding a lot of users. And the beauty of cryptocurrency is that they didn't even advertise in the Netherlands or Northern Europe, yet they're getting a lot of business from there because there's no international, border limits or things like that. So a lot of versatility behind StormX. It is on a sell 9 today, but let's definitely keep watching that one. My pick of the day is going to be Ocean Protocol. What I like about this one is that we have a very nice bullish consolidation on these moving averages after a pump that you've seen there prior. If you look, you can see we had a really nice run up, but those gains have never really been given back. I think those buyers who got in at those levels are likely still holding and forming some pretty decent support. So I do want to touch on the point Jon mentions, which is the increase in volume. I like to look at these assets from a technical formation, see if they've been consolidating in a kind of bullish neutral fashion. Then when you do see a pickup in volume, like Jon was mentioning, that's typically a sign that there's sometimes whales or just larger buyers really getting interested in this asset and can really lift it very quickly, like we saw in StormX, like we saw in VGX. It's very interesting, but you can really tell with the volume. So always something to watch there.
Yeah, CJ,
I like that a lot.
I like how Ocean is technically postured right now. I've noticed that you like to kind of trade this formation and look for consolidation around the new high. So, and it tends to work out. I agree with you. So good pick. And I think that's what we got for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like Jon mentioned earlier, thank you to Voyager for sponsoring this show. And please go check out our crypto room. It's just $1 for the first month. You can check it out at marketrebellion.com/try crypto. We have a pro charting platform. We have a 24/7 chat with an ever-expanding community of really bright traders. So thank you guys so much for being a part of that. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop in or just come hang out with CJ and I. We're there pretty much all the time. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, everyone.